Hi! Unitronics welcomes you to a quick overview of VisiLogic, the all-in-one software for Vision and Samba controllers. This is your environment for configuring hardware and communications, designing your ladder and HMI applications, configuring web pages, alarms, data tables, recipes, and more. Let's begin by taking a quick look at hardware configuration. You can open hardware configuration from the Solution Explorer. The first step is to select your controller model. Click the appropriate tab to access Vision or Samba. Once you have selected your model, then you can add IOs. These may be snap IOs or IO expansion modules, depending on the type supported by your model controller. Here we add an IO expansion module to the configuration, and you can watch while we configure a temperature input. You simply click. It's all done via drop-down. The final step is to link an operand. That's all there is to it. Let's look at ladder application programming, beginning with an overview of the ladder elements and functions. All elements are accessible from the ladder toolbar, beginning with Boolean logic contacts and coils. Next are the compare and math elements. After these come logic, store and load, and a broad range of vector functions. Now, as we look at the string functions, please note the setString library. This enables you to switch HMI element language strings. The Utils menu contains functions such as call subroutines, load display, and some security utilities. It also contains your alarm functions. Data tables are a unique feature that enables you to log, manipulate, and retrieve data. If your controller model supports SD cards, you have a number of additional data options. Take a close look at the COM menu. This is where you set up and initialize serial ports, Ethernet card and sockets, initialize and implement CAN bus, and more. Here is the function block menu. This is where you find all of the operations you need to carry out complex functions such as PID and load cell. This is also where you find communication functions for Modbus, GPRS, and protocol. FB protocol is a unique method of enabling your controller to communicate via any third-party protocol, whether serial or TCP/IP. You build your VisiLogic ladder application via drag and drop. Watch as we place a Boolean element on the screen, and then link it to an operand. Now we do the same for an increment function, which we link to a register. Very simple, very easy. In VisiLogic, configuring communications is also a simple task. We return to the COM menu, select a COM init function, and drop it into the ladder. All you need to do is to select the desired communication type. The options change according to your selection. You can adapt the default settings to meet your requirements. Note that this is also where you configure modems. Okay, let's drop a TCP/IP card init function into the ladder and take a look. Note that you can provide addresses directly or provide them via operand. You can also enable a user to enter an address via the HMI. Now I'm going to show you a ladder routine that handles TCP/IP communications. In this routine, we have card init, socket init, and functions such as read Ethernet card parameters. Since VisiLogic is all-in-one software for PLC plus HMI controllers, this is also where you build your HMI application. Here we drag and drop HMI elements from the toolbar, in this case a button. First we type in the button's text label. Next we link an operand to it. Now let's place a binary image variable on the screen. VisiLogic is supplied with an extensive image library. This is included with setup at no extra charge. We will choose one image from the library for on, and we'll choose another image for off. Now we're going to link an operand. And that's it, we're done. Let's resize that a bit. Okay, now let's take a look at trends configuration. The first step is to select an HMI trend element from the toolbar. Next we drag the borders and release the mouse button. Now you simply select the trend and assign a link. Let's take a look at the curves that are associated with this trend: pressure, temperature, and humidity. As you saw, I selected from pre-configured trends. I'm going to quickly show you where the curves are configured over here on the Solution Explorer. Here's the curve for pressure. Let's take a quick look at what trends look like on screen. In order to show you the potential of designing screens in VisiLogic, I am showing you a screen that is from one of the sample applications that is included with VisiLogic. Here it is live via remote access. Remote access is another utility that is included with VisiLogic. Okay, it's time for alarms. You access alarm configuration from the Solution Explorer. This is where you create the alarm condition and also assign text from the string library. In VisiLogic, you can create string libraries of languages and then assign these text strings to HMI elements and to alarms. Remember the latter function's setStringLibrary? That is the function that you use to switch languages. Okay, let's finish configuring this alarm. And now let's watch alarm screens live via remote access. Grouped alarms, alarms that instruct the machine operator, pending alarms. VisiLogic allows you to easily build a flexible yet complex alarm system. Next up, web server. You can configure built-in web pages that allow access to control application data. This enables remote users to view, and if you permit it, to edit the data as shown on screen. Okay, here the tank valve status is being edited. That's it. And that brings us to data tables, a unique Unitronics feature. Data tables allow you to create a table structure and then to populate it with data. Data can be collected from the application at runtime, imported from Excel, and also entered by users from the HMI. You can log, manipulate, and send application data by using the latter functions. Unitronics thanks you for watching this short overview of VisiLogic, the all-in-one software for Vision and Samba HMI plus PLC controllers.